Surgeon made fun of my penis. I, 32M at the time, am a big dude of 2 meters and 120 kilograms, 6 feet 6, 250 pounds in drunk pirate units, and had to have surgery on my calves because of varicose veins. So the day of, I was told to get completely undressed and put on the generic open back gown, which due to my frame made me look like Donald Duck, if you know what I mean. I was led to the OR by a nurse and placed on a cold metal table. They administered some local anesthesia to my legs, and after about 10 minutes laying naked in a cold, brightly lit room waiting to be sliced up, the 2 doctors strolled in. I was very anxious, cold, and self-conscious, so I just stayed still. Nurse. Anesthesia was given. Patient ready. Doc 1. Walks to the table. Wow, big fucker and such a small dick. Doc 2. Haha. Me. What? Nurse. Panic. Oh no, you have the wrong patient file. This one isn't the fully sedated one. He is awake. Doc 1. Doc 2. Me. What? So yeah, nobody said another word to me for the rest of the operation. Just 200 decibels of awkward silence while they ripped veins out of me. It felt like Ricky Gervais wrote this scene. I should have walked out, but I was too shocked to even think. When they were done, they exchanged quiet words with the nurse and quickly walked out. But off. I mean, they weren't wrong, but man. Some people. I muted every sub that has political posts, and I'm so much happier. It seems like American politics are dominating every single sub on here, and I'm tired of it. I don't come to Reddit for political stuff. I come here to watch interesting videos, find cool art, memes, and just have a good time. I used to use the popular tab to discover new communities that I would never think of, and now everything gets drowned by news articles. It's almost unbearable. This is only my opinion. But now that I've muted a bunch of these subs, it's starting to be fun again. Anyway, downvote if you want to, or say blah blah blah, but Reddit is for everyone, and I'm going to use it the way I want. My girlfriend is beyond stupid, and I feel like I might have to end the relationship. Okay. When I first met my girlfriend, I noticed she sometimes made misjudgments, but I didn't think much of it. Now that we've been together 2 years, I realize how stupid she is. That might sound harsh, but that's the only word I can think of. We will go downtown to someplace she wants to go, and she will walk down a street and be like, oh wait, wrong way. Then walk down another street and be like, oh no, wrong way. Then walk down another street and be like, oops, wrong way again. It's horrible. She has no sense of direction, and I feel so stupid following her around. She also talks in circles, which makes me so angry. Like for an example, yesterday she asked me, do you want a burrito for dinner? Then I replied, we don't have the ingredients for a burrito, so I'm going to eat the food we have in the house. She then asks, oh, so you don't want a burrito? So I thought maybe she bought ingredients for a burrito, so I said, sure, I'll have a burrito. She then says, okay, but we don't have the ingredients for a burrito. Like, yes, I know that. Her stupidity makes me treat her worse, which I hate because I don't want to be rude to people, but sometimes the way she talks and acts just infuriates me. I also feel more slow and held down when I'm with her. Makes a dumb decision. I'm usually around her, so I have to help her correct her mistake. Anytime I do something alone, I feel a huge wave of happiness go through my body, because I don't feel held back from her behavior. Overall, she's a good person, but I honestly don't think I can continue a relationship with her. Her misjudgments cause me so much financial loss and general stress. Today I found out my mom was murdered. Today I found out my mom was murdered. Blunt force trauma to the head that lead to brain bleeding. She had a migraine for 11 days and vomited daily. I had no idea she was sick. She passed in July of last year. And the county I am in is so backed up that the medical examiner took 8 months to get back to us. We all assumed it was a fentanyl overdose that she may have come in contact with because one of her friends was an addict. It turns out that she had no drugs in her system. I've been waiting for 8 months. I'm only 20. My dad hasn't been around at all for my whole life. My mom picked terrible men. Her whole life has been around horrible men. She was raised being beaten by her father, by anything and everything possible he could find. She married a man who got addicted to crack, my father. She then married another man who cheated on her the entire relationship with other men. The final man, a man who had stolen from her in a relationship prior and who has killed 2 of his previous partners indirectly, took her too. The only answer it could be is that the final man took her from us. He had never killed them exactly, but both of his previous wives were completely clean before they met him. 5 and 7 years later, They both died of a heroin overdose. Off my relationship with my mom in 2019 due to something I was a victim of when I was younger by the man who cheated on her with other men. He did some fucked up things, a lot of fucked up things. He let a lot of fucked up things happen to me under his supervision. I had caught a disease from what he did/let happen, and decided to move in with my grandma because I did not like the man she was now with. The man who may have killed her. The final man. I had no contact with her after I got a restraining order. She and I had started to get along for once in 4 years. I had hugged her, albeit half-assedly, for the first and last time. She cried and cried. I don't know what I would have done if she were to have passed. And I didn't get on good terms with her again. I wanted to see her succeed in her life. She spent all of her life desperate to be shown that she was worthy of being loved. I tried to show her before she passed, a few months before, that the way I had loved her growing up was enough proof that she was worthy of love. That if she can say she isn't worthy of it, then my love I showed her as a kid meant nothing. She finally started to understand. We were going to go to college together. I wanted to help her get her GED, to start going to school, to make the loser of a boyfriend she has had for years go work, instead of making her work 2 part-time jobs, being disabled and still not being able to make the rent. He did nothing for her other than steal from her and hurt her. I had to protect myself by moving out those years ago. She didn't want to listen when I knew he was bad news. I've known since I was 14. I just wish I could have done something to save her. I wish he never met her. I wish I could have been there to stand up for her when he hit her. I'm terrified. I'm so scared of being angry. I don't know how to deal with the fact that someone took her from me. She was my everything for years. Someone so cruel took her from me and made her be in pain. No one knew he had hit her. No one knew her migraine was not just a migraine. She couldn't tell anyone or go to the doctor because she would have to admit he hurt her. Again. I thought I processed it all when she died, but being told today that she died due to blunt force trauma and brain bleeding makes me feel like I lost her this morning. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. Just broke. Again. And now I have to deal with detectives, with getting information, with anything that I can do to help them investigate. I just want my mom back. I told my barber the truth, and now I'm his favorite customer. I, 22F, have been getting my head shaved every 2 days by the same barber. He always does it for free using a blade razor to make sure my scalp is perfectly smooth. I never told him I had cancer, but I could tell he assumed I did from the way he treated me. He was always so careful and kind. Today, I finally told him the truth. While he was lathering my scalp with shaving foam, I casually said, "You know, I'm never growing my hair again." He paused for a second, then smiled. "Really?" I nodded. "Yeah. I actually didn't shave because of cancer. I just love how it feels." He stared at me for a moment, then suddenly started laughing. "I thought so," he said. "You look way too happy every time you come in." We both laughed, and I admitted I noticed his extra kindness. But I never wanted to correct him, because I love how he shaves me. He just shook his head and said, "Well, now you're my permanent customer." And honestly, I'm fine with that. The shave felt even more detailed than usual. He took his time, made sure there wasn't a single rough spot, and gave me the smoothest shave ever. To show my appreciation, I paid him more than what he usually charges, and even paid in advance for the whole month. He deserved it. Meanwhile, I still visit a roadside barber every day for a 150 Pakistani rupees head massage. Applies some kind of cream that feels hot and cold at the same time, and it is honestly the most relaxing part of my day. He also cleans my ears for free, which isn't common for women here, but I guess I'm a regular now. Thank you all for taking the time to read my story. I turned myself into a woman with AI, and it completely broke me. I think I have completely lost it. 2 weeks ago, I made a nude, naked AI image of myself as a woman, just for fun. She was super hot. I should have deleted it. Instead, I made more full-body naked nudes. Filthy, sexy, erotic pictures of myself. Before I knew it, I had a whole gallery of myself in ways no man should ever see himself. Then, after a while, I didn't even need the HR anymore. I could just picture it, close my eyes, and imagine myself, as a woman, getting railed by me. Just me, my brain, and Cream Puff. My now battle-worn favorite fleshlight. Proper food, cleaning, and hygiene was already at a low priority before this, but this last 2 weeks has made it worse. 2 weeks of nothing but jerking it to the thought of fucking myself. Today was supposed to be different. I was going to eat real food. Feel normal again. After a shower, I opened my delivery app, picked a meal, was about to order. Then I saw it. Time asterisk, fleshlight launch, same day delivery asterisk, in the same fucking app. That is machine where you mount your fleshlight. And it automatically moves it like someone else is fucking you. A hands-free fleshlight milking machine. Yeah, no dinner today after all. Just me and my freshly delivered $200 automatic dick milking machine. Whew. And the realization that I fantasize about fucking myself. Eating, opened an app to order food, saw a same-day delivery for a fleshlight launch. Now a milking machine is giving me the closest thing to having sex with myself. Update. I have been letting my husband's friend feel me up for years, and I don't know why. I posted this a couple of days ago and quite rightly got a lot of hate. I was adamant that I wasn't going to tell him, but I couldn't sleep last night and thought, I'm starting therapy soon. It's time to clean. It's 8:30 a.m. here now, and my husband woke up at 5 this morning. I told him around 20 minutes later. He didn't believe that we had never done anything under the clothes until he went through my phone and saw nothing on there apart from this account, and he reasoned, why would I lie? He then confessed to kissing a couple of random women over the years, and a bit of inappropriate texting. Neither bothered me, as I don't consider kissing or online chat cheating. He rang his friend and they had a bit of a shouting match despite me telling him it wasn't always him who initiated it. He wasn't really that bothered, and we kissed and hugged before he went to work. Let's see how things go. I feel like my body is too ugly to have sex with a gym guy. Hello, I, 21F, have been big most of my life. My parents didn't cook much, so I had a lot of fast food growing up. Then it was a mix of me stress eating / having PCOS. During COVID, I went up to 250 pounds. But last year was a bad year for me mentally, and I lost 90 pounds without going to the gym. My body looks good in clothes now, but my naked body is pretty saggy and has wrinkled loose skin and cellulite in some places. My boobs, which used to be my favorite thing about me now, look like small, sad, deflated balls of sand. I've been talking to this cute guy to meet up for casual sex, and I want to do stuff with him, but he goes to the gym every day, and his body looks great and mine looks terrible. He's seen what I look like in photos and in clothes, but I am afraid he will be disappointed by how I look naked, and I don't want to catfish him or go through the process of him rejecting me in person. I'm against sending nudes for security reasons, and I also wouldn't want to go through with it if he's just going to screw me that night just to get off and ghost me, because I don't look good. Get the motivation to go to the gym and have the money for a breast lift. I pee in my BFS shower and he hates it. I've been dating my boyfriend for 3 months. A couple weeks ago we took a shower together and I told him that I needed to pee, so I asked him to turn around. He was incredulous but didn't stop me, so I peed in the shower. However, afterwards he told me it was gross. When I said next time we can have a bath instead of a shower together, he scrunched his face in abject horror, stating he'd never take a bath after someone pissed in the shower, until after he cleaned the tub with bleach. He has banned me from peeing in his shower. It made me feel ashamed, because I love being a fucking shower pisser. I feel guilty spending money on myself, even when I've earned it. Landed a monster win at the casino last month. Like 6 figures monster. Not fuck you money, but definitely fuck this money. No debt now. Fat emergency fund. Future looking secure for once, but I literally cannot buy myself anything without feeling like I'm committing a crime. Went to get a decent laptop since mine sounds like a jet engine. Stood in Best Buy for 20 minutes before panicking and leaving empty-handed. Tried ordering takeout yesterday instead of meal prepping. Canceled the order twice before finally letting it go through. Then felt sick the whole time eating it. Grew up poor, like generic cereal in a baggie poor. Guess that shit sticks with you even when the circumstances change. Anyone else hit financial stability and still feel guilty spending on basic comforts? Like my brain is programmed to think broke thoughts no matter what my bank account says. It's exhausting. I've friggin' earned this money, even if luck was involved, but can't seem to actually use it without spiraling. My GF and I decided to start an NSFW page but are absolutely clueless, loudly crying. Not ad. I won't mention the name because this isn't an ad. We thought it'd be easy to jump into the NSFW world, but it's like everything we do is wrong. LMAO. All the amateurs on here have fucking 4K quality content, while I'm just here shaky camming my way through distracted sex. Way too focused on, is the angle right? Are you feeling good still? Fuck, this is an awkward position. Damn it, I'm half chub now, and so on. It's been a struggle, LMAOIDK, how people do this. I don't even know what people want to see these days. My niece has been saying ah a lot lately. Her mom doesn't know why she keeps saying ah at everything. For me it is fun. Since I do vocal stims and will ah with her, she also says peekaboo at toys. This past weekend she went to visit her grandma, my mom, and the first thing she did was say hi to one of the cats. The cat said ah, and she answered ah. I am watching SpongeBob in my late 20s and I have no kids. Hey community, I am dealing with 2 medical problems currently, heart and brain stuff. The only thing that helps me sleep well and peaceful at night is watching old SpongeBob episodes. I have no kids. I am in my late 20s. Science. It helps me to disconnect from all the stress I am dealing with my conditions. It's an easy, funny watch and relaxes me and my thoughts. Yes. I feel embarrassed to admit, but it helps edit PLS read. Dear community, I literally shed a tear while reading the comment section. I couldn't thank everyone personally because there were so many comments. Thank you everyone for your kind words, motivation and beautiful wishes and encouragement.